Hey, NewsNation's Chris Cuomo here. Now, on our show, I've made a commitment to you that we're going to give you the stories that matter. We're going to give it to you straight. We're also going to stay on those stories because that is rare in this business. It's rare in this world. That's where this podcast comes in. Let's get after it. Are we missing the point from last night? I say yes. Full disclosure. I am not a fan of the custom of the State of the Union. Why? Because it's a political ruse. It's a trick. It's set up like it's about everyone getting together to deal with faces, all of us. But that's not what it's really about, not even close. Now, it started out okay. Of course, it's mentioned in the Constitution, but as a matter of practice, it was okay because communication was so hard, the government met so infrequently, that Congress actually could be in the dark and did benefit from the president cluing them in about what was going on. But that ended long ago. By the time FDR coined the phrase the State of the Union, it was already more about politics, specifically a chance for that president to help their own cause than it was about anybody else's cause. Calvin Coolidge took to the radio to make the case for his early problems. Truman made it televised. LBJ took it to prime time. And with each advance in technology, there's been a step away from the focus being the country and toward the interests of the political parties. Now, we've gotten to the point where it's too often a proving ground for the latest criticism of a president. How whoever is in there will handle the moment. Are they up to the moment? Will they say what they need? You know, all of this nonsense that is appetizing to cover and interesting to poll, but largely just piffle, just performance perspective. Takes us to last night. The right, I believe, now realizes it's set way too low a bar for Biden, that he better not stroke out during the speech. I laugh at how ridiculous the game is. And he was pretty much at his best stylistically, which means that this wound up being a win.
It's because of you America's coming back. It's because of you our future is brighter. It's because of you that tonight we can proudly say the state of our union is strong and getting stronger. We can fight about fixing the border, or we can fix it. I'm ready to fix it. Here's the simple truth. You can't love your country only when you win.
All right, another beef. Get them out from behind him, okay? Get them out. We don't need this, Mummenschanz pantomime behind the president of the VP and the Speaker of the House and all the faces and her getting up and down, up and down. Just get them out of there. Get them out of there. We don't need a real-time read on who likes what. It's a joke. So now the GOP is altering course, but not in your direction, not your interests. Not about making a case for better policies. This is about finding ways to attack the other side, specifically the president. It is not about being better. Better ideas, better persuasion, better anything. And we know that. We know that there is nothing but that. Why? You take a look at who the GOP, who and what they chose for the rebuttal. And they gave you this.
Wish he understood what real families are facing around kitchen tables just like this one. You know, this is where our family has tough conversations. And many nights, to be honest, it's where Wesley and I worry. Mr. President, enough is enough. Goodness, y'all, bless his heart, that despite the current state of our union, our best days are still ahead.
I mean, are you kidding me? This senator makes Biden look like Bill Clinton. It makes Senator Rubio's performance, remember this? Him reaching over because he didn't want to lose the prompter, but he wanted the water bottle. It makes that look like a masterpiece. I don't even know what SNL with Saturday Night Live is going to be able to do with this that could be more ridiculous than it is on its face. This is who and what the GOP wanted you to measure them by. Clearly, they are not applying the same level of scrutiny to their party that they're applying to the other one. All right? Why? Because it's not about being better. It's just about saying why the other is worse. And I am sick of it. And that's all this event ever is. The media loves to cover it because it gives them a big event and a chance that you'll watch, so it's good for ratings, and the parties play the game. But I'm telling you, what matters most is valued the least. And now look, fairness to Senator Britt, okay? She's not running for president and she's not leading us in any way, thankfully. So Biden does deserve more scrutiny, of course. And that should be the meat of the matter. This was a political speech, okay? It was not about policy. It was about tone and tenacity to show that he still has it. But what is the it? Is it being compos mentis, as they say in the law, that he still has his marbles? Really? Is that really going to be the measure of the man? I keep telling you, this idea that President Biden has lost his mind and he's being propped up or being jabbed with something that gives him energy just when he needs it, it is all BS. Of course he's old. Of course he's not in his prime. Of course he's not going to get better. That's all fair and obvious, and clearly his age and stage of performance is an electability issue. But stop being bought off on all this nonsense that is just a distraction from what the other side has to offer you. What should really matter here is that there was nowhere near enough about the state of the union or disunion, not nearly enough about you and where you are and what you need to believe in and why there can be better and how he will make that happen with the people in that room and why you should all see yourselves as united by common concerns and cause. Instead, it's all inside agendas and little kind of applause lines and nods and winks about what they all know and choose to selectively remember based on advantage. Sure, the left is happy that Biden came to play, but again, too low a bar. Where are the fixes? Where are the rationales? Where's the philosophy? Tax the rich. Okay, that feeds a little bit of the animus against the rich, right? But what about how they're spending the money that they already get from all of us? Is it that government needs more money? Or that they need to tell you more about why they so often waste the money that they have and the choices that they make and don't make? Now, the president knows he doesn't have to really cater to you. Not beyond the basic measure of his performance. You're not expecting it. It's just entertaining, especially with the bar they set for Biden. And the right doesn't want to deal in policies either beyond the necessity of saying that the other side's policies are worse. And why have the Supreme Court there? Why should we have what's supposed to have nothing to do with politics? Okay? Why have them be a measure of a political message? You know, he's talking about Roe v. Wade. They show the court. Well, it's a political argument. He's not going to change the jurisprudence, right? Biden's not suggesting he's going to bring a case before the court. He's saying that he will get Congress to codify what was Roe v. Wade. Will he? I don't think so. Is it possible? I don't know. The IVF decision by Alabama, where Senator Britt is from, by the way, was so ham-fisted, such overreach, so frightening to so many, that even Trump came hard out of the box saying, no, we're not about this. It's too much. This is the problem when the dog catches the car, right? This is the problem with wanting to change Roe v. Wade and getting Dobbs and leaving it to the states. Now you don't know what the states are going to do. But could he get them to codify what Roe was? I doubt it. But either way, it's a political thing. Why have them there at a time that we need to believe that any institution can be bigger than politics? And why have all the Congress there? Why not just have the leaders and have the rest of the audience be people from the country who are in the areas that are most acutely affected by the problems that the president is addressing? And I just don't mean as guest stars that show up sitting there and stand up for good reason, no reason, whatever it is. Why not? Why not make it what it's supposed to be? Something other than a chance for the parties to see which side comes out better. Who cares? It's time to see that it is about you, not them, not their game. This is Chris Cuomo. Get my podcast, Let's Get After It, at newsnationnow.com or wherever you get podcasts.